Hi, hi, hi. It is time for the last chapter of Positively Pooh, and then we'll start a new book. Still haven't figured out what yet, but don't worry, I'll find something to surprise you. So the last chapter is called For Those Hummy Sort of Days. Do nothing with your best friends is the best thing in the world. What do you like doing best in the world, Pooh? Pooh thought that being with Christopher Robin was a very good thing to do, and having Piglet near was a very friendly thing to have. And so, when he had thought it all out, he said, "What I like best in the whole world is me and Piglet going to see you, and you saying, 'What about a little something?' And me saying, 'Well, I shouldn't mind a little something, should you, Piglet?' And it being a hummy sort of day outside, and birds singing." "I like that too," said Christopher Robin. "But what I like doing best is nothing." A friendly paw will reassure. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. "Pooh," he whispered. "Yes, Piglet?" "Nothing," said Piglet, taking Pooh's paw. "I just wanted to be sure it was you." Treat yourself every now and again. Sing ho for the life of a bear. Sing ho for the life of a bear. I don't mind much if it rains or snows, 'cause I've got a lot of honey on my nice new nose. I don't care if it snows or thaws, 'cause I've got a lot of honey on my nice clean paws. Sing ho for a bear, sing ho for a Pooh, and I'll have something in an hour or two. Celebrate others' talents, too. It won't break, whispered Pooh comfortingly, because you're a small animal, and I'll stand underneath. And if you save us all, it will be a very grand thing to talk about afterwards. And perhaps I'll make up a song. And people will say it was so grand what Piglet did that a respectful Pooh song was made about it. Helping someone is a grand thing to do. So, with these words, Pooh unhooked it and carried it back to Eeyore. And when Christopher Robin had nailed it on in its right place again, Eeyore frisked about the forest, waving his tail so happily that Winnie the Pooh came over all funny and had to hurry home for a little snack of something to sustain him. And, wiping his mouth, half-hour afterwards, he sang to himself proudly, "Who found the tail? I," said Pooh. And at 1:45, only it was 11:45 really, I found the tail. Keep an eye on your friend's welfare, too. I don't know how it is, Christopher Robin, but what with all this snow and one thing and another, and not to mention icicles and such like, it isn't so hot in my field about 3 o'clock in the morning as some people think it is. It isn't close, if you know what I mean. Not to be so uncomfortable. It isn't stuffy, in fact, Christopher Robin." He wanted a loud whisper. "Quiet between ourselves, and don't tell anybody it's cold." "Oh, Eeyore." Start with small talk to brighten up conversations. "The atmospheric conditions have been very unfavorable lately," said Owl. "The what?" "It has been raining," explained Owl. "Yes, Christopher Robin, it has. The flood level has reached an unprecedented height." "The who?" "There's a lot of water about," explained Owl. "Yes," said Christopher Robin, "there is. However, the prospects are rapidly becoming unfavorable." Keep your promises. Promise, promise, promise. Pooh, promise you won't ever forget about me. Ever. Not even when I'm 100. Pooh thought for a little while. "How old shall I be then?" 99. Pooh nodded. "I promise." It is wise to not tell secrets. "Owl," said Christopher Robin, "I'm going to give a party." "You are you?" said Owl. "And it's to be a special sort of party. Because of what Pooh did for when he went to save Piglet from the flood." "Oh, that's what it is for, is it?" said Owl. "Yes, so will you tell Pooh as quickly as you can, and all the others, because it will be tomorrow." "Oh, It will it? Said Owl, still being as helpful as possible. So will you go and tell them, Owl? Owl tried to think of something very wise to say, but couldn't, so he flew off to tell the others, and the first person he told was Pooh. Some of the best fun in life is free. Kangaroo and Roo were spending a quiet afternoon in a sandy part of the forest. Baby Roo was practicing very small jumps in the sand and falling down mouse holes and climbing out of them. And Kanga was fidgeting about and saying, "Just one more jump, dear, and then we must go home." And at that moment, who should come stumping up the hill but Pooh? "Good afternoon, Kanga." "Good afternoon, Pooh." "Look at me jumping," squeaked Roo, and fell into another mouse hole. Take more meals together. Christopher Robin sat at one end, and Pooh sat at the other, and between them on one side were Owl and Eeyore and Piglet, and between them on the other side were Rabbit and Roo and Kanga. And all Rabbit's friends and relations spread themselves about on the grass and waited hopefully in case anybody spoke to them, or dropped anything, or asked them anytime. You are very lovable. Love yourself. "Oh, Bear," said Christopher Robin, "how I do love you." "So do I," said Pooh. "Good friends are always pleased to see you." "Pooh," squeaked the voice. "It's Piglet," cried Pooh eagerly. "Where are you?" "Underneath," said Piglet, in an underneath sort of way. "Underneath what?" "You," squeaked Piglet. "Get up." "Oh," said Pooh, and scrambled as quickly as he could. "Did I fall on you, Piglet?" "You fell on me," said Piglet, feeling all over himself. "I didn't mean to," Pooh said sorrowfully. "I didn't mean to be underneath," said Piglet sadly. "But I'm all right now, Pooh, and I'm glad it was you." And Pooh's last bit of advice, which is perfect for these certain uncertain times and in these circumstances: Pooh and his friends will always be there for you. But of course, it isn't really goodbye, because the forest will always be there, and anybody who is friendly with bears can find it. In that enchanted place on the top of the forest, and a little boy and his bear will always be playing. And remember, Miss Mac will always be there for you. So that concludes Positively Pooh. Tune in next time and we will see what else we have to read. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and be yourself.